Ladies and gentlemen, today I'd like to talk to you about the food of the future. What will it look like in 20 or 30 years' time? We all know that with growing world population, increasing food prices, and fast progressing climate change, we will have to rethink what we eat. We will also need to consider our health because diabetes is on the rise. Things like meat and sugar are the worst offenders when it comes to impacting our environment and our health. So, what options are available to us? What can we eat whilst being environmentally friendly and healthy at the same time? Experts seem to think that our diets will revolve around insects. They also predict that more and more people will become vegetarians or vegans. But what if I'm a meat lover? I hear you ask. Fear not. Meat enthusiasts will be able to eat lab grown meat or test tube burgers, as they are colloquially known. In the future, our food might be genetically engineered to be more resistant to weather conditions or pests. Scientists have also come up with novel ways of enhancing food by improving its tastes using sound. Let us now take a closer look at the options available to us. First of all, let's talk about the insects. They are a really brilliant source of protein and they have the same nutritional value as meat. They are cheaper to farm and more environmentally friendly. It is estimated that in the world there are 1,400 species of edible insects. So it's a win-win. The Dutch government has recently invested 1 million euros into getting insects into the mainstream diet. It is also preparing legislation to govern insect farms. As you probably know, insects are already popular in some parts of the world. In Africa, people eat caterpillars or locusts. In Japan, wasps seem to be a delicacy. And in Southeast Asia, people eat crickets or spiders. Let's move on to the lab-grown meat now. Again, it was the Dutch who have successfully grown in vitro meat, or cultured meat as it is also known. Dutch scientists have managed to grow strips of muscle tissue using stem cells from cows. Supposedly, these strips look like calamari, so it's yummy. Studies have shown that food produced in this way has a much smaller carbon footprint compared to its traditional counterpart. Meat grown in labs could also be modified to contain less fat and more nutrients. It sounds like a meat lover's heaven. Guilt-free meat. When it comes to genetically engineered food, scientists believe we will rely on it more and more as the world's population grows. Genetic engineering will also help make crops more pest and virus resistant. It will be possible, for instance, to develop non-allergenic peanuts or flood-resistant rice. Future food will be functional. Now, what does it mean? It means that it will be optimized for different demographic groups, such as men, women, the elderly, children. In the future, when we're making breakfast or dinner, we will be able to use these nutritional databases to figure out what food is best for us. However, there is a controversy here. On the one hand, scientists refute all the arguments saying that it's bad for our health, it's harmful to the environment. But on the other hand, organizations such as Greenpeace are less optimistic. And its members say that with climate change, we can't put all our eggs into one basket. We need to maintain diversified agriculture to ensure future food security, which is obviously very important. Last but not least, research has also been done into novel ways of making our food taste better by using sound. It's called sonic enhanced food. Recently, scientists from Oxford University have conducted a study which uh, mm, checks the links between taste of the food and sound. They have discovered that certain tones could make things tastier, that is sweeter or more bitter, for example. Um, so, how can this help us? Well, music could help remove the unhealthy ingredients from what people eat without them noticing it. As scientists now know, it's the frequency that makes things sweeter. Therefore, sugar content could be reduced without people noticing it. To conclude, with growing population, the threat that is climate change, we need to change what we eat. We need to be mindful of our diet's health implications too. We need to definitely reduce the amount of meat we eat as it negatively impacts the environment. The food we eat in 20 or 30 years' time may look the same, but it will definitely have different ingredients and it will definitely be produced in a different way. We will probably be eating insect burgers or lab grown steaks. We might use genetic engineering to make crops more resistant in general. There will perhaps be novel ways to make food healthier and better tasting. One thing is for sure, we definitely need to change what we eat. So watch this space. Thank you very much.